Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Not I'm Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to add card number 17 from my Magic the Gathering Advent Calendar to the Unlimited Binder. I already know, I had a look, I already know what it is, and I already opened the page, so there are only 2 cards missing. And if you are a Magic the Gathering fan who knows his old sets, then you know that this is the Animate That, and this is the contract from below. And I think I already spoiled in the past 2 weeks or so that I believe that the Animate That is the only uncommon I'm still missing. There's one more uncommon here in the rest of the Advent Calendar cards, but I think the Animate That is the only one that's actually still missing. But we're gonna have a check of the whole binder. We're gonna count how many cards we're missing. We're gonna count how many rares, how many commons, how many uncommons we're still missing at the end of the Advent Calendar. Today, it's not the Animate That, so it is the contract from below. Interesting card, actually. Because of course it's an Ante card, and it is a reserved list card, and I think that's definitely something very interesting. And if you have a look at it, back in the day this was a very strong card when you played with Ante or when you played the card in general. This card, your current hand, and draw 8 new cards, adding the first drawn to your Ante. So the first card you draw, you put to the Ante. If you don't know what Ante is when you started to play back in the day, you turned around, you drew the first card of your deck, put it aside, and that was actually the card you were playing for. So if you lost, then you would have to give that card to the opponent, and if you would have won, you got the opponent's top card of the deck. That was the Ante. This means you're adding a second card to the Ante, both of you. So in total, you play for 2 cards. If you, for example, would have had a deck with Black Lotus or Mox or whatever, or the Time Twister here, which even back in the day was maybe the cheapest Power 9, but a very sought after card still, then you had bad luck if you lost the game, because you had to give that up. I personally remember in the very early days playing for Ante, and I made a common deck. I was already that smart, so I maybe lost, like, I think the biggest card I lost was like a lightning bolt or whatever, and I think the biggest card I won was like something in the Power 9 range, which was weird. But some people like to play that way, and they didn't care. I don't know. That was really weird in our LGS. But that was over quite quickly. I think that took like a month or 2, and then after that nobody ever played Ante anymore. So you draw 8 new cards. You're adding the first drawn to your Ante, so you now have 2 Ante cards. Remove this card from your deck before playing if you are not playing for Ante. So if you are not playing for Ante, you can't play the contract from below. If you are, you add a second card and then draw 7 other cards. If you had an empty hand, for 1 black, you drew 7 cards, which was incredible. I think it's one of the strongest card draws in the game. Of course, the Ante factor prevented it from being played. Very interesting card. I like it personally. I think it's a very strong card. It wasn't even that expensive. I think it was like 18 bucks or something, and it's in very good condition. Like most of my unlimited editions from the Advent Calendar. Yeah, you see it. There's almost no flaw. Oh yeah, the edges a little bit. Yeah, you see it here, the edges. Always the edges, but the rest of the card is looking very good. And it's just this edge, actually. Maybe somebody put it into the binder without a sleeve, sideways or whatever. Because for the rest, it's looking very nice. Yeah, happy with this card. Not too expensive, but these are cards I'm still missing as well, which is weird. So cool to get this out of the way. Might not be the most high-end card ever, Yesterday, if you haven't seen the video, I will link to the video. We had at the end of this video, we had a Mana Vault. So I'm going to show you the Mana Vault. We added that to the collection yesterday. But first, let's add the contract from below. Means. So the mana, what I wanted to say is the Mana Vault obviously was a bit more high-end than the contract from below. I really like the artworks though. Douglas Schuler with the finger and the feather, the writing feather. I don't know what's that called in English, but yeah, you know what I mean. I have to move the mouse so the screen is turning on. It's a bit dark in here, although I have a lot of lights on, but I think like this it is okay. Means I'm missing the animate dead. We added now the contract from below. We added the demonic tutor during the Advent Calendar phase. We added the Lich. We added the Mind Twist. And I think that was it for now. So that leaves us with Animate Dead and the Royal Assassin that is missing here. So yeah, absolutely iconic card. Royal Assassin and the other black cards I do have. Also very iconic, the Will-o'-the-Wisp and the Word of Command, of course. Love those cards. Really cool cards. So yeah, we made some good progress with black as well. Some very iconic rares added to the collection, like the Lich and the Mind Twist. Really absolutely iconic uncommon, which is still playable, of course. Definitely a piece of Magic the Gathering history, the Ante card. I like it. So 2 black cards missing. And like I said, if you like these videos, then I will show you what we added from the Advent Calendar yesterday. And I will link to that video here, the Mana Vault. I will link to that video now at the end of this video. But let's go back to the black cards first. To finish on the page we added the card on. Yes, no, that's not the page. This is the page. Have you seen the price, by the way, of the Vesuvian? Unlimited. Crazy price. I saw a plate one for 400 bucks. It's really weird. Don't know why it's so expensive. Maybe you can't get them anymore. I've been looking for a 4th one for a while. Contract from below, awesome addition to the collection. Very iconic card. Very old card. And obviously Ante doesn't really exist anymore. That makes it to me even more special because it's like a piece of Magic the Gathering history. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. I hope you enjoy these videos and I hope to see you next time. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye-bye.